Hi, I'm Emile Flowers with the Divorce Lending Association, and I'm a certified divorce lending professional or CDLP. This is part of our divorce literacy series, and today I'm here with Susan Gitt. Susan Gitt is one of my very favorite people. I'm so lucky to have met her, and I cannot wait for her to introduce herself and tell you guys about what she does. It's very, very, very special. So, Susan, thank you for coming and
Thank you.
and being willing to answer all my questions and all of that. So, I almost hate to share you. I like you so much.
So nice. Can I move into your house?
Yes, for sure. I just want you to tell everybody about a little bit about what you do, and then we'll kind of hone in on it as we go.
Sure. Okay. So I am in the commercial real estate business. I've been in the commercial real estate business for 23 years, and I particularly have settled in on an area of commercial real estate, which is DST, Delaware Statutory Trust. And I've been doing those since 2008, sort of when they first originated. Uh, I actually believe they originated back in 2002. And so I've been doing that only really for the last 15 years. So let me explain that a little bit. The
Please do.
Delaware Statutory Trust is a fractional interest into a property, and you get a deeded interest into the trust. You get a monthly income check. There are no I guess let me back up a little bit. The reason people like these is that you invest into a quality grade property, let's say a Walgreens or a Tractor Supply or a multifamily that's class A or storage. I have every asset class always available. And you are selling a property, you're taking those proceeds and whatever else was your gain, you're rolling it into one of these and you're avoiding paying tax. And it has become a very popular way to do a 1031 trade. It's considered passive, it's illiquid, and those two things are better than worse. Most people like those. Passive being that you have no responsibilities, no headaches, no management fees, no loans that you have to worry about. Illiquid means that you are giving control to people that know what they're doing. The best in the business is who we work with, the Cantor Fitzgeralds of the world, the Inlands of the world, all of the people who are able to buy properties correctly in this market. They write the checks, they can close quickly, and for that reason alone, they are able to get a better price than you or I could. So with that said, it's a good way to hedge off your taxes. It's a good way to roll over into something that's quality. And that's the kind of thing that we can help with.
I love very smart, sharp women, by the way, and she's the tops. So I, when I was getting my CDLP, we talked a lot about 1031 exchanges and how those affect, rolling in profits to something that is a little bit more protected. And when I met you, I thought, well, this is genius. There are so many people out there looking for ways to really do some positive things with their money and be protected at the same time. Can you tell me how you feel about, how this would benefit somebody in a divorce situation?
Sure. And I'm going to use myself as an example.
Okay.
So 25 years ago, I got divorced and we owned two properties. We had a house and we had a retail property. And had I known more about this kind of a thing, which I didn't at the time, I would have definitely done that, done a rollover into this kind of a thing with the retail property. As it was, I was anxious to get divorced. I didn't really take my time about the investments that we had. And so this kind of a solution is something that you need to spend a little bit of time on, get educated about. We take our time with people. Sometimes it takes 2 years, whatever it takes. I'm 72 years old. I used to be a special educator, so I have a lot of patience. And I make sure that I educate my clients enough about this kind of an opportunity so that they can say, hey, yes, this is for me, or no, I really don't think that it is.
I love
And
that. Yeah.
so I think that, I use another example, which is not everybody knows or understands about the real estate that they have. Maybe it was given to you in an inheritance to you and your husband, okay, or you and your partner. And gosh, now what do you do with it? You have to sell it, and now what? So we spend the time, like I said, to help you understand what it is that we do, to help you understand how to save taxes, which can be quite a lot depending upon how long you've had the property, how much gain you've made, how much depreciation you don't have anymore. And we educate you. There's a lot to a DST that is great. So let me tell you a couple of things. Let's say you and your husband had a Walgreens and you now have to sell that Walgreens. And maybe the Walgreens is $5 million for the sake of discussion, okay? We take that Walgreens and we invest it into, let's say, 3 different companies, 3 different types of asset classes. Maybe we invest into a storage portfolio. Maybe we invest you into a multifamily. Maybe we invest you into some senior care. And now you're highly diversified. It mitigates your risk. From 3 different companies, you're earning an income stream each month, maybe 5%. But the beauty is that you could be making more money than that based on tax advantages. So let's say the income is 5%, like I said, your yield might be 7% because you're getting tax advantages. So people love this solution. I mean, I'm busy 24 hours a day and
You
I
are.
love
You
it.
are
I
one of
love
the
what I
busiest
do
ladies
because I feel
ever.
like I help people.
You do. You definitely do. Does this work if people have like rental property portfolios that they rent out to families?
Sure. I mean, they have to sell them, but yes. And so I'm a good first call. Or my husband, who's also in just the straight commercial real estate business, he's been in for 54 years. He's done everything in real estate. And between the two of us, we can help you. He can tell you maybe what your rental properties are worth. Then you decide, hey, this might be the right time to sell those. Then I can help you figure out something to put that money into that makes you the nice income stream, takes the monkey and the headache off your back, and you can go and enjoy your life. And honestly, we deal with some younger clients, but mostly 50 and above, because the younger clients still have a lot of energy and they want to work it. And even though, it's still a lot of hard work, they feel like they still want to. So not everybody, but a lot. By the time you're 50, you say to yourself, you know what? I want to be around my kids more. My partner wants me to be around my kids more. I want to do a little traveling. I want to enjoy my life. And this is a great way to be able to do it.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense. And then we're also experiencing a huge rise in gray and silver divorce, where, this really could become a huge factor. And we will definitely have to have a follow up with your husband and do his own little interview on commercial real estate, because I feel like that's really important as well in the divorce space, because everything needs to be dealt with, everything.
Right.
And people kind of tend to go, oh yeah, I forgot about that piece. And it's like, well, that's a pretty big piece.
And here's
So,
the other thing. The other thing is that Jeff, my husband is Jeff, and he refers a lot of clients to me.
mhm,
Why? Because to go out and buy your own Walgreens today doesn't even make sense. They're way overpriced and various other things. And so he refers a lot of people to me. And they
absolutely.
wind up liking what I do because they do make sense for them. And it's an easy process to get into them. Very
Uh,
easy.
well, that is awesome because I don't know anybody like you. I've never even heard of this. And the
You
more
mean
you and
old?
no, the more you and I talked about DSTs and all of that, I've been hooked. Well, I've been hooked on you from the beginning because we just hit it off. But let's say somebody's contemplating divorce. Where do we start? Like if I'm going to refer you, I'm like, okay, I got a client who's got properties or has a commercial property or whatever. I'm going to have you talk to Susan. What kind of advice are you going to give them? What kind of things are they going to need to have ready to talk to you?
I think that if they didn't have a commercial broker who is telling them what the property is worth, that would be the first place to start, whether it's my husband or somebody else. But you want to know how much money you have to work with and how much depreciation you still have. You need to ask that question,
Okay.
and you need to ask if there's still any debt on the property. All those things are important. So what is the price? How much is the debt? And do you still have depreciation
Well, and how much
left?
is that commercial broker going to charge you to?
And the commercial broker is going to charge you a lot of money to sell your property, more so, right, than
Yeah.
somebody I know. But anyway, we're more like a boutique firm, as you are.
Yeah.
And at our age, we just really want to help people. We
Yeah.
take the calls all day long. I wish we didn't sometimes because we're sitting down to a meal, and it used to be we said we're not going to take the calls at meals anymore. But
Yeah.
our clients get nervous because when
Hmm.
you're in a 1031 trade, here are the guidelines. You have 45 days to identify a new property, and people get nervous about that. With
Hmm.
us, you won't get nervous because we'll spend a week or two at the longest figuring out about 30 days before you're going to sell your own property. When you go into contract, we'll start working and we'll already have what you're going into. And that's a really good thing for you because oftentimes at the end, when you're getting ready to sell, there's little hiccups. And
Hmm.
and you'll be able to figure out those hiccups a lot easier if you already know what your replacement properties are going to be. So there's a lot to what we do that benefits the client. I mean, that's really what we're here for. We're here to help you make it an easy and smooth process. You're not out there fighting with the world and bidding on this property and losing that property. And I just had a client who he's a lawyer here in St. Louis, actually, and he decided to invest. He wanted to invest part of his client's sale into I think it was an O'Reilly's or an Advance Auto. 5 years old, the property was. And after the due diligence occurred, all of a sudden he came back to me. He said, Susan, I can't let my client buy this property. It failed this test and this test and this test. He said, it was only 5 years old. I'm shocked. So we get those kinds of clients who say, gosh, I'm not going to offer another, I'm not going to put out another letter of intent somewhere. It's much easier to work with Susan, who is, I hate to say it like this, but we're a sure thing. We will always have something for you that makes sense, fits into your investment criteria, always. And you don't have to um, go about being involved in the rat race out there. So that's what
Definite.
we do.
Yes, and you guys give such personalized attention, not just you, and of course your husband Jeff, but like you, I mean, I've seen the way she takes care of people. It's unbelievable. You've given me so much information. If somebody were looking for you, where would they find you?
So I'm on two websites. The first one would be Great Point Capital out of Chicago. I think they can find me there. Hopefully they can. It's a newer website. It's the broker dealer that I work through. And in this business, you must work through a broker dealer.
Hmm.
These are under FINRA guidelines, and the best thing I can say about that is there's many rules and regulations, a lot of due diligence done on these types of properties. It's only helpful for the investors. It makes my life a little bit of a nightmare because we have so many rules and regulations, but
Sure.
let me tell you, it helps clients. And then Get Realty Services,
Okay.
LLC. I'm also on that website, although I really don't do anything with it. Jeff's on that website.
Okay.
I'm too busy just to be doing regular commercial real estate. So either way, they can find me on that, or call you, I'm sure, and you can give them my phone number.
I would be
So
happy to do that. And I will
yeah,
link your information in the show notes and just make sure
yeah.
when we release this that they have it. But you're a joy, and I just
So are
love talking
you.
to you.
So are you. It's always good to talk to you. And if I can help any of your clients, listen, we don't charge anything just to have somebody call us. Okay. We
Great.
don't even get paid by your clients. The sponsors, meaning the Cantor Fitzgeralds and the Inlands of the world, pay us. So we're
Understand.
basically free for your clients. And why not start with a call and seeing if we can help you. If we can't help you, of course, we'll tell you no, but maybe we can help guide you along the way. We're happy to do that. We're both, I feel, good resources of information for people that are looking to sell a property or invest in new. So we're here.
I agree.
And
I,
as you can tell, we like to talk to people, so it's a
me
good thing.
too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I thank you so much. Thank you for your
Thank
time. I
you.
appreciate you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Appreciate
So
it. Happy to
thanks.
talk to you. Tell your
Thanks,
husband
Susan.
hi.
I
Thanks.
will.
Okay. Bye.